All right, y'all. Without faith, your work is in vain. You know what I'm saying? No matter how hard you could work towards something, no matter how hard you beg God to get this or to have this opportunity, you know what I'm saying? All of it would be in vain. All of it would be in vain because your mind is double minded. You are unstable. You are not on one accord. You know what I'm saying? Your words are saying this, right? But your heart and your mind is not believing what your words are saying. Or it can be like your actions are saying this, but your heart and your mind is not in alignment with what your actions are displaying, if you get what I'm saying. There's a lot of people in today's world, they put on a show. They act. They're fake. But behind closed doors, they take their mask off and they're a whole different person. They will put on a show. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people who act. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of human beings now that is living that is double-minded, and they're not actually on one accord. They're not actually one-minded, but double-minded. They'll say, man, I'm going to put this alcohol down. I'm going to quit. But their heart, their actions don't display that. They don't really mean that in itself. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you can be a person who says that and you can actually mean that you're taking the steps and you're fighting against your urges and stuff like that. I'm not talking about you, but I'm talking about the people who say these things knowing dang well they lying to themselves. They know they just lied. They know they're not going to try to research anything or look towards anything to do that. You know what I'm saying? To get off of that addiction. And when you don't have faith, bro, you will always perform worse and worse and worse. Like, you're not going to perform at your full potential. You're not going to actually be doing at your highest potential because you're working out of worry. You're working out of overthinking. You're working out of fear. You're not working out of love. You're not working out of confidence or trust in God. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing godly about it. It's literally of darkness. You know what I'm saying? When you're just overthinking and worrying and moving in fear alone, Let's say for sports, for example, basketball, right? A person who doesn't work that hard, but they have faith within themselves and they believe, okay, I can dominate. I can actually play the sport. I can shoot the hoop. I can do all these things, right? But compare that to a person who doesn't have faith in what they're doing, right? They don't actually believe. They don't have the confidence. They don't have the trust in what they're doing, but they keep doing the work. They keep doing the work. They keep doing the work. And they don't do what they're supposed to do. They shake up. They freeze up. Why? Because they don't have faith. They don't have trust. They don't have confidence. They have nothing but overthinking. They have nothing but worry and stress. It's better for you to be the guy who has the faith and work less than to be the guy who's working his ass off but don't have no faith. You know what I'm saying? Because at least the guy who has faith is on one accord. The guy who doesn't have faith is double-minded as fuck. He don't know what he doing. He don't know. It's literally something within his heart. It's just fighting him, bro. He's unstable. This is why you freeze up. It's not a coincidence that why you see a person just freeze up out of lack of confidence, because they're double-minded. They're not moving in one accord. They're not. And this is why it's so important to, when you're working, to work out of faith. Do not work out of fear. Do not work out of fear. You know what I'm saying? If you're working out of fear, just stop. Stop and just look at yourself and say, why am I working so hard? What is it that I'm lacking within myself? And decide to just sit there and lay back and stop overthinking. Take control of your mind. Take control of your thoughts. Meditate and focus on positive things. Think of positive things. Speak life within your mind. You know what I'm saying? And just go and do it. The people who are double-minded when it comes to just putting in work or something like that, or just have that type of mindset, they think too much. They worry too much. They put so many burdens upon themselves. They put a cap upon themselves. You know what I'm saying? And let me give like an example, right? Let's say you're praying to God. You ask for this certain thing, right? It could be anything. But you constantly keep asking him over and over and over and over again. You're not supposed to be doing that. In Matthew 6:7, it literally said to not pray with repetition. You're not supposed to be praying for the same thing with repetition, because when you pray for the same thing in repetition, you start to overthink, you start to worry, your mind is constantly on it, and now it's like, am I going to get it? Am I going to get it? Am I going to get it? But a person like me, when I pray and I ask for something, I don't even think about it. I know it's going to be there. I know it's going to come, and I literally forget about it. Like, I'll shoot up a random prayer, something in my mind will just come up randomly, and I ask for it, right? And I'll forget about it. And when the time comes that I get that thing that I prayed for, I'll be like, oh, that's what I prayed for like 2 weeks ago, a month ago, 2 months ago, or how long it even takes. Sometimes it could be a year or even over 2 years based off of what you're praying for. You know what I'm saying? But I know it's going to come. And there's so many times within my life to where I'll just be living my life, and then I'll be like, oh, I pray for that. Like, because I'm not working out of fear. I'm not stressing. I'm not constantly having my mind on that particular thing that is negative. You know what I'm saying? I have trust. I have faith. I have confidence. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, having faith and trust in general is something that you got to ask from God. You know what I'm saying? Ask from God in general if you struggle with that. And just move on along with your day. And he will put you in positions. He will put you in certain areas and places or whatever he might do for you. And he's going to put you into a place to where you have no choice but to rely on him. No choice but to rely on him. And you will know that it was not of yourself. It had nothing to do with you. It had nothing to do with the work you did, but it was him. You know what I'm saying? It was all God at the end of the day. And this is why it's so important to have faith, man. It's so important to believe and think positive and to not put a cap on yourself. Don't put some type of thing on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Do everything out of love, out of enjoyment. Don't be working your tail off out of stress and worry. You shouldn't be in that position. You shouldn't be like that at all. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I hope this video was good for y'all. You know what I'm saying? The power of faith. That's how powerful faith is. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, if you have faith, like, it gets you ahead of, like, everything. You don't even have to work as hard as most people. This is why it just seems just so much easier. Like, it's just easier. Really, it's just easy. Because you are not stressing. You're not losing hairs off of anything. Because you know everything will be done. You know what I'm saying? God will never forsake you. He will never leave you. He will give you an expected end at the end of the day. And all things work good for those who are called according to his purpose. So if you're a child of God, you know what I'm saying? You have faith in Jesus. Like, you don't have to live that way. You don't have to live like that at all. Just seek first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and everything that you need shall be added onto you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Power of faith. Power of faith. But that's the best way I can explain it. I don't really know how to tell you guys how to build faith. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I don't even know how I even got my faith, really. But I believe when I look back onto my life, you know what I'm saying, it's just experiences and time. That's all it is. It's just experiences. And as you constantly knock your head and mess up and do this and do that, you make adjustments along the way. And as time goes on, like always, with consistency, you get to that point, you get to that level, and it's like nothing really fazes you like that. Because the faith that I had 2, 3, 4 years ago was nothing compared to what I had now. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I know the information I know now, because I literally used to have that mindset literally 4 years ago. And then I realized, I was like, man, I really did waste my time. I'm busting my ass off for no reason. And this is why I don't overwork like I used to do when I was younger with literally everything. Like, I always used to just work. But I realized that wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to my physical training now, I don't overwork, and I have better results than most people because I do full body workouts with my muscles. You know what I'm saying? 3 days out the week, and I don't do anything. I just stop working out on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays and Sundays, and I rest. And I'll do that for around 5 to 6 weeks, or sometimes even 4, based off if I'm going against like spiritual warfare or something. I can't sleep at night sometimes, you know. And I'll be resting. I'll be chilling for like 2 weeks, 1 week, and I'm back in the game. You know what I'm saying? And everything that I'm doing too, like, I just do it out of fun. Like, it's just my fun. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to do what I'm doing. You could just be playing a sport or just running or walking or anything, you know. You don't have to just do what I do, you know. Like, just have fun. Do things I love, bro. And that's all it is, you know. And you're not going to get that strong faith just right off the bat, right off the jump, if you're a person who's, you know, starting from scratch. But you will get there in time. But like I said, you just have to know that you're going to get there. You just have to know you're going to reach that level, that you're going to reach that potential one day. And you just got to keep growing, keep elevating, keep stacking. And as time goes on, you really aging like wine. You age like wine. A lot of people, especially of the world, these people do not age like wine. They age like milk. They get fucked up and washed up by their sins and badass habits. And now, you, on the other hand, you stayed away from the world. You stayed away from all this BS, giving out your sexual energy out. You can serve yourself, you know, watch what you eat, fasted, drink a lot of water. You know what I'm saying? Like, being with God, like, it gives you that glow. It gives you that glow. And then, not only are you physically attractive, but you're spiritually attractive as well. You have literally all aspects, you know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, every single human being is attractive. Every single human being is beautiful in their own way. You don't have to be some type of sexual guru or something, or some type of beautiful or handsome person, you know? Like, you can just be straight up attractive on just who you are, your energy, your morals, and what you care about, and how you just carry yourself in general. You know what I'm saying? There's many, many ways to be attractive. Many, many ways. A lot of ways. So, yeah, it's not just put on to just sexually attractiveness. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I look at women, I don't even be looking at sexually like that. I really don't. Of course I care, but if the personality off, if the energy off, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. Every single time. It's always going to be a cross. I'm always going to say no until I find the right person that I prayed for. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was praying for my wife, bro, I was a little kid, bro. I don't even know why I was praying. Like, I was praying like I was being a 2K player or something, or some GTA character or something. Like, I was making my 2K build something, because I literally describe every detail and everything. And once I come across that person, I'm gonna get her. You know what I'm saying? I already know it's gonna come. But yeah, that's the power of faith, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the power of faith. It's real. Stuff is real. You know, believe it. Believe it. And that's it. God is good. All good. Understood. You feel me? I hope the video was good for y'all. I'm out.